Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings where, yeah, we're probably going to lose this crusade, but we kind of don't currently care. I mean, it's going to be a problem after the truces expire, but for right now, I'm not actually too concerned about it. What I'm much more concerned with is getting this castle built, as well as our holdings in these locations. Now, we do need to get a new building constructing in our temple holding, but before we do that, I was taking a look at these trees here. And sure, we're fine with grabbing these here, but these other things over here, we have one Republican vassal. I don't really care about that. We're not really going the dread route. Monthly income per stress level, we've been keeping our stress level pretty low. Sell titles, never going to happen. And then the bottom one is avaricious, which gives us 15% holding taxes. But with a realm of this size, I think we're actually much better off at this point going down the administrator tree. Yes, meritocracy is not useful for us. But after that, domestic affairs efficiency, vassal levy contribution plus 20%. Direct vassal opinion, liege opinion, sure. Monthly tyranny, okay, we're fine with that. Counselor opinion, I like it. Toe the line, fantastic. Honored to serve, amazing. And administrator. It's great. I like it. So I think now that we have these three in avaricious, and we also have these two in scholar, this theologian one is, I kind of don't like having that there. But realistically, where else are we going to put it? So increased development efficiency, cultural fascination progress, those are both great. Getting this extra 20% income early on, I like it. But now we need to start going down the administrator tree. I think that there's no real way around that. So what do we want to build as our next holding in our temple? Well, again, I want to have this be focusing on cash. And to that end, the only other options are hunting grounds and monasteries. The control growth, I mean, we're going to be maxed out with our control soon enough. But I think it's okay. So we'll go ahead and start working on prayer halls, just to give ourselves some sweet, sweet income. And over here, the small harbor is going to be done in a few days, and we probably want to go for farms and fields next, because that is going to be the single best thing that we can go for. We're being raided. I kind of don't care. So yeah, farms and fields is what is going to be the backbone of our economy over here. As far as our barony goes, we may change what we have here. This is just what we got default from the tribal structure. But we're also going to, of course, save up for this eventually. I just wanted to get this constructing. And again, I think we have no real option but to go for royal armories. So I think that's going to be what we're going to have to do. Now, we are missing the Burrs innovation, which is this one right here. So we can't get that yet anyway. Good to know. However, our castle, or Mott, has just been built right here in Malbork. I like it. Now, we can't upgrade this, obviously. We are currently missing cash, and we don't have the battlements innovation. But what we can do is we can start working on some of these things. Now, I'm definitely most interested in levies for our castles. So pastoral lands is probably what we want to go for. Levy reinforcement rate, development growth, garrison size. At the end here, yeah. Pastoral lands is probably what we want to go for our... The term I'm looking for is for our... Actually, I don't know what term I'm looking for. Hang on. This is 225. With men-at-arms maintenance reduction. What about pastoral lands? It's about the same with development growth. And there's that garrison size there, too. Okay, that's also got plus 2%. But that's in this holding. And then if we go for the hunting grounds, that's in the county. I'm guessing they're both applying to the county, because I don't think each holding has its own development level. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. But that does give us 315 extra levies, which is always nice. And I do think that we probably want to end up going for the pastoral lands. These are largely the same, but light cavalry and skirmishers, I mean, yeah, that men-at-arms maintenance is nice, but that's only 1%. This over here does give light and heavy cavalry toughness, sure. Levy reinforcement rate is a pretty big deal. The real question is, are we perhaps better off with that men-at-arms maintenance reduction? That's something that I'd have to think about. And then, of course, for farms and fields, that would be if we were going for cash. That's going to be twice as much cash. But that's not the focus for our castles. So we're going to need probably a barracks and a military camp, and then we need to decide which of these. But that is going to be not having walls and towers. This has 4 building slots. This has 3, and that's not counting the duchy building. So why does this have... Why does this have an extra building slot? County capital +1, Mott +1, Bailey +1. This is just a Mott. Oh, that's the Bailey right there. Okay, so the question is, what gives this holding an additional building slot? Is it just because it's the capital of the county? I wish there's a tooltip here that said... That'd be awful nice. It would also be nice if development granted additional building slots. That would be amazing for building tall in particular. I would love that a lot. Let's see. This doesn't give a building slot. So what is giving this a 4th building slot? That's the question, as opposed to this. This here only has the 3 building slots. It's not as big of a deal, of course. But it's certainly interesting. Let's see, this is 4 building slots. There are no holdings over here, though. This is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. This has a special building slot. 4 plus a duchy slot, because that's the de jure duchy capital. Okay. That's a duchy building. Okay, so that's another de jure duchy capital. I think that the de jure county capitals just get an extra building slot. With that being the case, having that building slot being devoted to defense is potentially a good thing. So I think we go for the pastoral lands. Now we're missing 24 gold, so we'll need to wait a couple of months for that, but that's not a big deal. Okay. Well, we're making some progress here. No doubt about that. We definitely need to be thinking about getting household soldiers, but we're going for coinage for that sweet, sweet development growth. And also, as our control here comes up, our levies and our taxes are going to come up a little bit. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. There's been a secret exposed. I don't think we really care, but we'll imprison this guy. Just because I like to keep our vassals out of trouble when at all possible. And that is a new stewardship perk. Again, I don't think anything in this tree is super useful at this point. I don't think Architect is amazingly useful, although that levy reinforcement rate is awful good. And then this would be just Architect, yeah. I think we're going to start going down this direction over here. Large levies is definitely going to be what we're going to go for. Vassal levy contribution plus 20%. That's going to be massive. If that's additive. It may be multiplicative, and we're going to figure that out. But we'll have to wait on our next focus for that. Next perk is in 3 years, assuming we don't have any events that give us XP. Which we may or may not. We have a couple of prisoners that can be ransomed. We can ransom this guy to himself. And actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. And we'll ransom this guy to himself as well. Okay. So there was a faction created against us. This is an independence faction. The King of Hungary actually just immediately joined it. That's rude. He expects a position on the council. He's actually a really good diplomat. Who is our current diplomat? Our current chancellor? This guy. He has much lower troop amounts. Okay, so he still has a positive opinion of us. We're going to see about converting him over. And if he'll convert over, we might be able to recover that opinion. But that should get that guy out of this faction, in theory. He wants 80 gold? Yes, I will give him 80 gold to convert. We do need to construct something over here, and we obviously construct farms and fields for our city. That's 100% guaranteed. And then this castle, we're not actually constructing anything. I thought that we were, but no, we were waiting on cash. That's right. So pastoral lands is going to be what we're going to go for. And then in our capital, we may think about replacing hamlets. Yeah. I think we're going to replace this with pastoral lands. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Because we can't make the duchy building that we want right now anyway. We don't have the tech. So that's not going to be a thing. So that's all well and good. And yeah, we don't care about this crusade. King of Sweden can do whatever he feels like. We may lose a county out of it. Big deal. We expect to take losses right now when we are rebuilding at this point. So, I'm not concerned in the slightest. Instead, I'm much more interested in getting these constructions done. And getting our income up. And of course, in getting large levies. That's going to be very, very important for us. In making our total number of soldiers look much, much higher. Let's see. Currently, we are organizing levies. Okay. Sounds good. We are increasing development. We are doing domestic affairs to increase our direct vassal opinions. And we're working on doing some faith conversions. We've managed to sway the King of Bohemia a little bit. I feel like we don't need to be working on that right now, though. I feel like we may want to be swaying someone entirely different. Perhaps the Queen of Bavaria. We'll get going on that one. Excellent. Okay, so when are these constructions going to be finished? The other question is, do we keep this upgrade? Because this is a rank 2 building. 100 stewardship, but he'd get a hook on us. We could spend 350 prestige. Yes, I will happily spend prestige on that. He clinged to the faction. That's fine. It's not like that faction is gonna do anything, right? Actually, this independence faction is still up there. The King of Hungary is still in the faction. That's rude. Maybe we can do something like this. He'll accept that. That'll get him out of that faction. There we go. Perfect. And that faction is gone. Any other factions that we need to take action on? Not currently. Okay. Sounds good. Now these upgrades should be pretty powerful, right? Actually, they're not that powerful. I expected these to be quite a lot more powerful. Okay. Good to know. Regardless, the more we can get done in this construction right now, the better off we will be later on. So we need to be investing everything we possibly can into this right now. Trained healer just showed up. That's fine. 4 months left on that construction. 16 on that. 7 there. And 7 there. Okay. Alliance formed with the Princess of Bavaria. I like it. Now, of course, we cannot construct royal armories. We don't have the innovation. That's fine. We're going to work on some of our other things. These fishing net weavers we probably also want to replace. And what do we want to replace this with? Military camps. Definitely military camps. Yep. Absolutely military camps. That is 100% what we want to do. So we're going to take a small cut to our taxes by doing this, but the idea here is that this will increase our levies, and with some of the multiplicative bonuses that we can get going, in theory, that should be very, very powerful. Keep in mind, this is our independent realm capital, so we get plus 20% there. And does this get an increase from being in our capital county? Apparently not. Fascinating. Well, we just finished building some pastures over here. We can't upgrade this quite yet because we are missing the cash. That's okay. We want to get this upgraded ASAP, so as soon as this month tick happens, we should be able to get this upgrading. Or at least as soon as our payment comes in. It's not on the month tick, it's on like the 10th. Oh, nope, apparently they changed it. It might be variable at this point. Okay, so let's get that upgraded. We are 10 months away from getting our crop fields built, 50 days from our pastures in Malbork, and 46 days over here. So we're going to be needing additional cash. Anything that we can do for that. We can't raid anymore because we're feudal, which again is another reason to not adopt feudalism, at least in the mid-game. So that's something to consider. Okay. She gained 30 opinion of us for free. We'll take that. Pastures and prayer halls have been constructed. That brings up our monthly income by half a gold per month. That's nice. And then over here, we're probably going to need to go for hunting grounds. In fact, we're certainly going to need to go for hunting grounds. And we may end up granting this to a low noble eventually, but we don't have any domain limit issues right now, so that's completely fine. This is going to cost 110 gold, and we are pregnant. That's okay. So we'll have 110 soon enough. That'll be fine. Our stress is up there currently. There's a new cadet branch. Okay. That is absolutely fine. So our development here is currently 14, which is wonderful. Our development has eclipsed our previous capital at this point, and we are going up by 0.2 per month with our control. So our control will be maxed out quite soon. I'm quite pleased with this. That'll be done in 4 months over there. And how much taxes are we actually getting from this guy? I do want to check what his contribution is. He is a republic, of course. And 22% is his contribution. So construction over here should definitely be backburnered. At least once we have this development growth. So we're not going to be too concerned about keeping this guy up to date unless all of our other holdings are up to date. So that'll be fine. We do need to begin construction over here on barracks sometime soon rather. And yeah, we definitely want this to happen. Oh, they're related. There's a risk of their children being inbred. How exactly are they related, though? That's the question. They're not of our house. Princess Christina of Denmark. That might have something to do with it. I'm not entirely sure how they're related here. We could break the betrothal, though. So we could do something like this. This guy would be upset, but he's just a count in our realm. Like, I don't care. That costs 75 prestige. And then we can maybe get somebody who's, you know, a little bit more powerful. Prince of Hungary. I'd like it to be outside of our realm. Is there an option for that? Maybe in here. No. I would very much like it to be outside of our realm. Where is this person in the line of succession? This guy's our player heir, and then she's the backup. Okay. So we probably do want it to be... It's a neighboring ruler and a petty king. We probably do want it to be matrilineal. Okay. There we go. That'll do. Excellent. Alliance has been formed with this gentleman. He's actually got halfway decent military. Wow. Halfway decent, anyway. King Gomez of Asturias, huh? Okay. So, the question then becomes, we want hunters' lodges over here. That's not a question. I don't know why I said the question becomes. We want to start building over here. We're not okay with our daughter doing things. 76% chance that she'll tell us. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll spend 75 prestige to keep her happy. She wasn't doing anything. That's absolutely fine. I'm not concerned about our prestige count. I really wish there was a way to convert prestige into cash. That would be convenient. That'd be very convenient, in fact. So we're up to 13 gold per month right now. 13.5, except that we have that sweet, sweet 5 unraised men-at-arms malice. Now these are onagers, and we can create these additional men-at-arms regiments. We really don't have the gold to do it right now, and so we shall not. We're currently getting 2.98 gold per month in tax from our capital. That's about to go up a little bit. Yep, 3.16 from homesteads. Fantastic. In order to upgrade this, we need innovations. So our capital is currently maxed out for what we have innovations for, including the duchy building that we can't build yet. That we're missing cash for. We're definitely going to start working on Malbork next, and we're going to build basically the same things here, but minus the Bailey. And actually this fishing net weaver is going to be replaced with military camps. That's definitely something we need to do. I want to take a look at the... Okay, that's just development growth and cash. So we definitely want this to be replaced. We'll need 300 gold for that, I believe. 100. Okay. Sounds good. We're just missing 2 gold, waiting on our next payment. Should be any day now. There it is. Okay. Hide tents. Here we go. We're going to build military camps, and we're going to... I think we can get this upgraded to rank 2. Yeah. Yep, we can get it upgraded to rank 2. So that's good. We are, of course, going to need to get our temple holding upgraded to rank 2, which is currently focused on generating us some cash. That's not the best in terms of cash generation. Cities are, after all, better, but that's okay. Let's grab this perk. Large levies. Bam. And that jumps us up almost 2,000 in number of troops. It's kind of huge. We'll happily take that. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue investing in our future. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.